The movie begins with a beautiful young woman named Victoria, who is chatting with her neighbor Julie one morning. Victoria works at a local cafe alongside a woman named Selby, who often shares stories about her happy married life. As a single woman, Victoria is known for going on dates with different men because she's determined to find the right person to spend her life with. At the time, she has been seeing a young executive named Ron, who invites her to attend his company's party at the Subu Hotel in a few weeks. Meanwhile, a man named Jason has just moved to town. Jason is a construction worker who now works with a local church, leading a program that builds free homes for families in need. Even though he's new in town, Jason quickly becomes close friends with a local resident named Chris, who also happens to be Selby's husband. The moment Victoria meets Jason, she's immediately attracted to him. However, Jason doesn't show any interest, even though Victoria repeatedly tries to get his attention.
These people are going to speak?
Because she's interested in Jason, Victoria decides to sign up as a volunteer for the home building project. She later tells her older sister Joy about her decision. Joy is surprised because she knows her sister has never been the type to enjoy volunteer work. She even jokes that Victoria must have another reason for joining. Sure enough, Victoria admits that the real reason she volunteered is because she's attracted to Jason, the man in charge of the project. Hearing this, Joy can't help but wonder how Victoria plans to help since she knows absolutely nothing about construction or home building. A few days later, Jason and Chris hold an orientation meeting for the volunteers who will be helping with the project. During the meeting, Victoria arrives and can't stop staring at Jason. Her constant attention distracts him several times while he's explaining the work to the group.
Our volunteers. Thanks.
After the meeting ends, Victoria tries to get closer to Jason again. She starts a casual conversation, secretly hoping he'll ask her out someday, but their conversation is interrupted when Chris walks over. Chris quickly realizes that Victoria seems far more interested in chasing Jason than actually volunteering. The next morning, before work begins, Chris advises Jason to stop dwelling on his former fiancée, Rachel. Just then, Jason's attention is drawn to Victoria as she arrives at the worksite. Seeing this, Chris warns Jason to be careful because Victoria has a reputation for dating a lot of men and constantly pursuing new relationships.
Peanut butter mocha?
Thanks.
Remembering what Joy had said earlier, Victoria decides to buy some basic construction tools. However, Jason tells her that her equipment still isn't complete enough for the project. Because of that, he asks Megan to help Victoria gather the remaining tools and show her the basics since she's clearly inexperienced. Following Jason's instructions, Megan asks Watt if Victoria can borrow a work vest. While they're talking, Victoria realizes that Megan secretly has a crush on Watt. After a little encouragement, Megan finally admits that she's liked him for a long time. Since Victoria has no experience with construction, Megan gives her a simple task: hammering nails into a window frame. Victoria is caught off guard because her real goal was to get closer to Jason, not to actually work as a volunteer. After learning about Megan's crush, Victoria offers to help her get closer to Watt. In return, Megan agrees to teach Victoria the basics of construction. Besides giving her lessons, Victoria even sprays some of her perfume on Megan to help boost her confidence before talking to Watt. Unfortunately, the plan turns into a disaster. It turns out that Watt is allergic to perfume, so Megan's attempt to get closer to him ends in embarrassment. Seeing what happened, Victoria feels incredibly guilty. The next day, Victoria tells Joy everything that happened. She admits that building a house is much harder than she expected, especially while trying to win Jason's attention at the same time. But that experience gives Victoria an idea. She decides to study the basics of construction so she can have more meaningful conversations with Jason. After spending hours learning online, she returns to the construction site with all the proper tools she needs. Her chance finally comes when she and Jason are assigned to work together. Victoria starts talking about different parts of the house that she has been studying. Seeing how much she's improved, Jason realizes that Victoria has genuinely been putting in the effort and is no longer the clueless volunteer she first appeared to be.
You hurt?
Sometime later, a woman named Elena arrives with her 2 young daughters. They are the future residents of the house the volunteers have been building. Elena recently went through a divorce, so she's deeply grateful to receive a new home at a time when she and her daughters need it the most. Elena's story reminds Victoria of her own childhood. She remembers how difficult life became after her parents divorced, while her mother struggled to raise both her and Joy on her own. Filled with emotion, Elena thanks Victoria for helping someone she had never even met before. Later, Victoria video calls Joy and tells her about Elena's story. Their conversation brings back memories of their own childhood. However, not long after the call ends, a car suddenly crashes into Victoria's house, leaving it badly damaged. Because of the accident, Victoria decides to stay at her sister's house for a while. While she's there, she notices that her two nieces are still heartbroken because their father has left the family. That's when Victoria learns that Joy is on the verge of getting a divorce. Joy admits that she regrets not giving her husband enough attention over the years. A week later, Jason stops by the cafe where Victoria works because he's worried that she hasn't been showing up at the construction site. Victoria tells him everything that has happened, from the car crashing into her house to the family problems her sister is going through. Besides checking on Victoria, Jason also brings some important news. Elena and her two daughters need to move into their new home much sooner than expected. As soon as she hears this, Victoria thinks of her neighbors. The next day, she invites them to volunteer so the house can be finished more quickly.
He is cute.
Even though most of the neighbors are elderly, their experience proves to be incredibly helpful. Thanks to the extra hands, Jason and Chris are able to finish Elena's house much faster. After work that day, Victoria takes Jason to see her house, which was damaged in the accident. After seeing the damage, Jason is grateful that Victoria survived. He believes God protected her from something even worse. While they're there, Jason finally opens up about his past. He was once engaged to a woman named Rachel, but she left him for another man. Heartbroken, Jason chose to move to a new town and accepted a job at the local church, where he now leads a program that builds free homes for families in need. As Victoria is about to return to Joy's house, Jason invites her to a church concert that will be held on Saturday. Victoria happily accepts the invitation, but then she suddenly remembers that she has already promised Ron she would attend his company's party on the very same day. After hearing the story, Joy advises Victoria to choose Jason because he seems much more genuine. Even so, Victoria feels torn because she doesn't want to disappoint Ron. A few days later, Jason and Ron arrive at almost the same time to remind Victoria about their plans. When Jason sees Ron there, he realizes that Victoria has also been seeing another man. The misunderstanding leaves Jason deeply disappointed, and he begins to question whether Victoria's feelings for him are truly sincere. Feeling disappointed, Jason finally asks Victoria why she really joined the volunteer project. Victoria decides to be honest. She admits that she joined from the very beginning for one reason only: to get close to Jason. Back at the construction site, Jason apologizes to Chris for not believing his warning about Victoria. At the same time, Victoria confesses to Megan that she didn't become a volunteer to help others. Her real intention was simply to get Jason's attention. Meanwhile, Rachel unexpectedly visits Jason at his office. She apologizes for the mistakes she made in the past and invites Jason to meet her at the Subu Hotel because she wants to repair their relationship. After Rachel leaves, Jason opens up to Chris. He asks how Chris knew that Selby was the right woman for him. Chris explains that no relationship is perfect. He and Selby have their flaws too, but they choose to accept each other, love each other, and keep fighting for their marriage every day. Saturday finally arrives. Jason decides to turn Rachel down and attends the church concert by himself instead. Meanwhile, Victoria keeps her promise to Ron by attending his company's party at a hotel. There, Ron introduces her to several of his senior executives. As the evening goes on, Victoria realizes that Ron often exaggerates and sometimes even twists the truth to make himself look more successful. Watching Ron's behavior makes Victoria reflect on her own mistakes. She realizes that she hasn't been honest with Jason either. Because of that, she decides to leave the party early. She no longer wants to be in a relationship that's built on lies. Not long afterward, Victoria rushes to the church concert to find Jason and apologize to him in person. She hopes he'll forgive her for pretending to be someone she wasn't. When Victoria arrives at the church, she searches for Jason through the crowd. But without realizing it, Jason has just stepped outside because he's feeling overwhelmed and needs some time alone. At the same time, the pastor is looking for someone who is willing to share a personal testimony. Seeing Victoria standing by herself, he invites her to come up on stage. With great courage, Victoria shares her life story. She admits that she has spent years dating different men in search of the man she believed was perfect. She also confesses that she didn't become a volunteer to help others. She joined the project for one reason only: to get close to Jason. Standing before the entire congregation, Victoria expresses her deepest regret. She realizes that while the other volunteers were sincerely helping people in need, she had joined the project for selfish reasons. Her heartfelt confession is unexpectedly heard by Jason, who has quietly returned to the church and watches her testimony from the back of the room. After Victoria finishes sharing her testimony, Jason immediately goes inside the auditorium to look for her. But at that very moment, Victoria is in the restroom, causing them to miss each other once again. A little later, Megan finds Victoria and tells her that Jason actually came to the concert. She is certain that he heard every word of Victoria's confession. Megan also thanks Victoria because her encouragement gave her the courage to confess her feelings to Watt. As it turns out, Watt has had feelings for her all along. Because her dress is soaked from the rain, Victoria decides to head home even though Megan asks her to stay. A short time later, Jason arrives looking for Victoria. Megan quickly tells him that Victoria has just gone to the parking lot. In the pouring rain and the crowded parking lot, Jason rushes after Victoria. After searching for a while, he finally spots her car just as she's about to leave. Jason stops her and apologizes for doubting her sincerity all this time. Jason admits that after hearing Victoria's confession in front of the congregation, he realized that she truly regretted everything she had done. From that moment on, he decides to open his heart again and give Victoria a second chance. A few days later, all the volunteers gather to celebrate the completion of Elena's new home. The atmosphere is filled with joy as everyone's hard work has finally paid off. During the celebration, Joy tells Victoria how proud she is of her. She says Victoria has changed so much and now helps others with a sincere heart, expecting nothing in return.
Let's go eat some cake!
In the end, Victoria not only finds the right man to share her life with, but she also learns that true love isn't built on pretending to be someone you're not. It's built on honesty, sincerity, and genuine compassion for others. With that heartfelt message, the movie comes to an end. Okay, so that's the story of Home Sweet Home. What did you think of this movie? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to leave a like and support the channel so we can keep bringing you more exciting movie recaps. See you in the next video.